Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a 450 cost rated match here in the Pale Rider space type. We're going to be on Tropical Desert for this match here, and this is going to be the level 2 version of the space type. The Pale Rider space type is a general type mobile suit. It is native to 400 and goes all the way up to 550 at level 4. And this is another continuation of my little Pale Rider series here, where I'm just playing some of the Pale Riders and talking about them. And the Pale Rider space type has been on my list for a very long time now. I meant to cover this suit way back when it got moved to ground. The suit used to be space only, but this and a few other suits became ground compatible. And the main reason I wanted to cover this suit during that time is because compared to the other suits that dropped, the suits that got moved to ground, it was this, the GPO-1 FB, the Gundam 2 GH, the Jim Cannon Space Assault type, and the Zaku Mine Layer. I really feel like the Pale Rider space type here was the best of those 5 suits when it came to being implemented onto, the ground maps, and mainly because the space type here just has a pretty decent loadout overall. You get a few optional primaries, and you do get that big gatling gun, which is really good on most maps. So at the time, I really thought this was like the best of those 5 suits, like just looking at those suits specifically. Now I would give that title to the GPO-1 FB, because ever since they buffed the FB back in July, yeah, that suit became really good, really fun to use. So I think this suit kind of got dethroned from that title, but again, kind of looking at those collective 5 suits, I would still give this second place in today's, GBO2 meta. But, yeah, the Pale Rider space type, it is quite a fun general. I already mentioned, some of the weapons you get, so I will quickly go over that, but for the optional weapons here, you do have the main weapon being either the ballpoint machine gun, the hyper bazooka, or the hyper beam rifle. And for this match here, I am going to be using the beam rifle. For your melee weapon, you have the Beam Saber Enhanced ×2, you have a pair of head-mounted Vulcans, you have an arm beam gun, and you have that giant Gatling cannon, and you do have a slide shield for defense. And going over the skills, you have Emergency Evasion System level 1, Melee Combo Control level 1, High Spec Ambag level 2, High Performance Radar level 1, you have the Hades ability boost, you have Force Injector, and High Performance Balancer. So really a pretty decent kit here for the space type. Again, I think the giant Gatling cannon is a really nice weapon on the suit. I believe I don't know if it's the exact same as the Gundam Unit 5's Gatling cannon. They are the same model, and they pretty much operate the same way, but I don't know if the one on the Unit 5 has any unique stats to it compared to the Pale Rider version here, but yeah, really nice Gatling. It is stop to fire, and you basically become a turret just standing there and firing away with it. So, always fun to have, those Gatling suits. But unfortunately, I do want to get into some of the negatives with the Pale Rider space type here. I do feel like the suit does need some type of adjustment. I don't think anything too major. There's only a few things that I personally would like to see with this suit. The main thing I think with the Pale Rider space type I would like to see is it getting bullet feeder. I think it getting the bullet feeder skill for the Gatling I think would be really nice. I initially thought maybe giving it the overfeed skill, but since you have the Hades system already, you can't really have overfeed, since I believe overfeed is also a touchpad skill. So really no way to implement that unless they put overfeed as part of Hades, which would be a very interesting concept if they did that, but I don't think they would do that. So I think bullet feeder would probably be better for this. And the other thing I would like to see too is some type of adjustment for the arm beam gun. I really do feel like that beam gun is kind of mediocre. It really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You have to get most of your shots in to do any decent amount of damage. I don't know really how well it stuns. It seems to be kind of inconsistent with that. So when it comes to accumulation, so that's a bit awful for 2. I think like with a lot of the newer beam guns we've been getting on some suits, I think it just kind of spoiled me a little. They buffed the one on the Gelgu Jaeger a while back. That arm beam gun became really good, so I would really like to see the same treatment for some of the other older arm beam guns in this game, but aside from that, yeah, I do think the Payload Space Type is a pretty nice suit, and I'm glad to finally be talking about it. I think, yeah, really that's all I can kind of think of off the top of my head when it comes to, like, specific adjustments. Aside from that, I think they could just kind of give the suit an all-around adjustment, kind of just buff certain things. I think that would be a pretty good thing for this, just to kind of help it a little bit. Again, I don't think it's, like, the worst situation, because, again, I think, like, there's some really nice stuff here with the space type, so, yeah, bullet feeder and, oh wow, it slipped. Oh yeah, the arm beam gun. Those are the 2 main things I would really like to see. Looking at the map here, something I've noticed with my Pale Rider videos, at least the last 2, I've been getting some of the more interesting maps in GBO2 that really don't pop up all too often. With my Pale Rider Cavalry video, we were on Abandoned City, and for my Dualhan video, it was on Mountain, and Tropical Desert, I don't think is a map I have played on for a very long time. When I was trying to get this match here, it actually started at 400 for Tropical Desert, and then it switched to 450. So it was really cool to see this map back in rotation, because again, I haven't been on Tropical Desert in a very long time now. So it seemed like a pretty good map to take out the space type because you have a lot of open space. So kind of gives me plenty of positions to kind of hunker down, and as you can see here, getting some pretty good damage numbers off with the gatling because of just how open the map is. So if you can find a good place, you can definitely do some amazing things with the that gatling there. Finished off the enemy team's Gaza Sea, so right now trying to get a little bit of a melee combo there on the Fleet and Noct. Also trying to help out my Dom Barrage here. Really just kind of waiting for my Gatling to ready up, but Gatling wasn't ready. I did try to go for the melee, which was a bit foolish because the Fleet Noct has a higher melee priority than me. There's or at least it looks like a, regular Gundam. So going to try to fight against that. And as you can see here, going to try to focus on the Gatling. Unfortunately getting stunned by the Gaza here. Going to use my Hades just so I can kind of repair my legs and get that extra bit of damage for the end of the match here. And yeah, trying to get some Gatling damage, but the Gaza Sea did end up in a clash, so couldn't get the full, bullet count I wanted to get there. But that's going to be timeout mission over. Let's see how we did here with the Pale Rider space type. And did get top in assist and did beat my rival. And second place overall with 3 kills and 2 loss, third place in damage, and second in individual score. So, yeah, not a bad match there with the Pale Rider space type, and that's going to be everything for the match there. Yeah, it really took me a bit to get a good match with the space type here. I think that's like the main reason I've kind of pushed off doing this video for so long. I've just been trying to get a good match with the space type, which is kind of what I said earlier. I think the suit could use an all-around adjustment to kind of bring it up to speed with the current state of GBO2. Yeah, it took me a few tries to just kind of get a match I was happy with using it. So hopefully at some point the suit gets some type of adjustment. Again, the most specific things I would like to see with it is for that arm beam gun and maybe it getting the bullet feeder skill for the Gatling. I think that would be really beneficial to the suit, but aside from that, that's really all I have to say here for the Pale Rider space type. Kind of just wrapping it up. Again, I think it's a really fun general overall, and it was a lot of fun when they dropped it to ground. Prior to that update, I never really played the space type. I probably used it a couple times when it was space only, but ever since they put it on ground, I've been trying to use it a lot more. So, yeah, really happy to finally get this video out, and that's really everything I have here. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Pale Rider space type. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later. So I wanted to add this little extra segment here to the end of the video to cover some of the other stuff from the GBO2 update, because I don't plan on streaming for a couple weeks. I have a lot going on right now, so I really need to take some time to do everything outside of YouTube that I have. So I wanted to just add this here to kind of briefly go over some of the new stuff. And for our banner suit, we do have the Amakusa, which is a 700 cost general. I tried spinning for it because it looks like it was going to be a lot of fun, but I didn't get that suit, but I did get some other cool stuff, so really looking forward to making some videos on those in the future. One of the weird things that happened with the update is that it seems like the mobile suit viewer, or like the database, when you go into the database for mobile suits and weapons, it's very weird. If you try to put it from Optician, it does not put them in the way you obtain the mobile suits. I'm assuming that had to be some type of accident. I don't think that was an intentional change. It's also in the paint menu as well, with the icons you can put on your suits, so the emblems. So that has been very weird. I hope they fix that in the next update. And the third and last thing I wanted to talk about is the limited missions we have going on, because for the first round of limited missions, the reward suit is a level 3 and 4 version of the Pale Rider Dual-Han, which I think is absolutely hilarious because I just talked about the Dual-Han, so I did want to make a follow-up to it here. And one of the cool things about the higher levels of the Dual-Han here is that they do actually have the damage control skill that the level 1 and 2 used to have. Probably just level 1. I don't think level 2 was out yet when it got nerfed, but the level 1 Dual-Han used to have damage control. Now the level 3 and 4 version have it, so really hoping that means at some point we'll see that skill back on the lower cost versions of the Dual-Han. Kind of have my doubts about that, but just thought it's something that'd be cool to mention. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for staying by for this extra segment. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.